All right. So today we're going to make a call for a price drop. Our buyer has it at 190, and we have to figure out if we can get it lower to that. We're currently at 212. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. So I just wanted to give you a call, give you a little bit of an update. So we went and did one more inspection of the property. Um, so we did find something we missed previously, and I have some pictures for you. I'm going to send those to you right now, if you don't mind. So essentially what we found is the siding on the property. It looks like there may have been some rot underneath there before it was painted, and it looks like we're going to have to take that down and replace it. And the siding. So we're gonna have to replace the siding and paint it. And I have pictures for you so you know so you can see what I'm talking about. Um, but given that information, we're no longer gonna be good at that 212. We're gonna have to reduce it a little bit if we are to continue. Are you open to having that conversation with me?
Go any lower than that. We already struggling. We don't have any place to live. We need the money immediately, and we can't go less than 212. The house was listed as 290. So, I mean, that's ridiculous to come past that. I mean, we're not able to do that.
I completely understand. At the end of the day, we're really just here to be like a fast, convenient option for you. Um, if the speed is the most important thing, I mean, if we can work this out, because aside from this, we're looking good. Like we're okay doing the work and replacing the siding and painting. We're even good replacing the roof because it's 15 years old. And like we're willing to move forward and do the work on it. And we can actually get this done before the closing date if we're all good on price. So like we can get you paid out for the property in the next 10 days.
And how much is that going to be?
So as of right now, when after coming back and reviewing everything and having a contractor give us a quote, we're looking like we need to be at that 180 mark.
We can't, that's impossible. We can't do that. The house, like I said, I don't know what oh my God, here we go again. Now we don't have any place to stay. We don't have any money. We can't pay the deposit on the place we're in. You told me that you were 100,000 firm, and now you're going to drop down to 180. We wouldn't get the 80. That's no. We wouldn't even get 80,000 out of it, and we got a mortgage of 112. And I told you we have the water system and the HOA. That's $7,000 right there. There's no way in the world that we can come down anymore. You promised. You said firm 100,000 that we will walk away with. That's what you told me. And now you're coming all the way down to 80,000. That's ridiculous. And now here we are telling people that we're going to be closing by the 25th, and so that we can give them the money for the down payment on this new place, and we're not going to have enough to do that with.
So how much is the down payment that you're about to put down? Gotcha. And you say you owe 112 on the property
Yeah,
and you got 7,000 in HOA fees.
about almost 6,000, and the HOA is 2,000. So I'm telling you, we can, we cannot go lower than 100,000. We're losing our shirt. With 290,000. I mean, the house was listed. Even if it was listed, the value was 280. Then we're losing $100,000 just from what you're saying, 180. That I mean, we gotta. No, no, I could see if it was that much. Like I said, you told me from the beginning that you were firm on 100,000. I asked you for to go up a little bit, taking consideration of that uh, water system and HOA, and you said no, it is firm 100,000. Now you're coming back saying 180. We wouldn't have anything left. We have bills to pay. We have been living off of credit cards since we moved out of that house. So we need to take care of that so we can live. We're senior citizens. We're on fixed incomes. We can't have all these extra bills if we're trying to pay where we are now. Now, our choice was either pay to buy a house straight out or pay rent, start rent, because we are too old to have a mortgage. So that's what the thing was. And now you're telling me you can't do that. We can't go any lower. Oh my God, that means now we got to start all over again.
I completely understand where you're coming from. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, I mean, actually, I do. Like, my grandparents are in a similar situation. My parents are about to downgrade their house as well. So, like, I do understand where you're coming from. At the end of the day, like, we still want to move forward with you, and we would like to purchase the property, and we can even close before the 25th to make this happen for you. Because like at the end of the day, speed and convenience is our thing. Like if what you could do if you're trying to get a higher price is keep it on market and see how it goes. It could be a few more months before you get an offer though. Just with the current market how it is slowing down with real estate agents and they're not getting as many offers. We would love to move forward with you. We just have to get it down at that 180 mark. And the,
What do you mean 180? After, then I got to pay 112 out of that and pay 120. So we wouldn't have a $60,000. That doesn't make sense. No, we cannot. That we can't do that. I cannot believe this. Now you promised me. Now you're coming up with something else. And see, that's what the issue is with the, you tell me one thing and then you come back with something else. It's worse than the other people. You're almost as bad as the other people who shafted us and had us waiting all this time. And then they're talking about $17,000 in repairs. And it still would have been about the same amount. That's why we went with you guys. We would have made like $80,000. And now you're talking it's gonna be 60,000. Oh my God, I can. Oh jeez, I don't know. I gotta talk to my husband, but I know that we can't do that. We're losing our shirt. We cannot do that. You and see, that's the only thing about you guys. You promised me. That's why I went with you because you promised me 100,000 net. That's what we would get. Then we'd be able to work. We can't work with $60,000. We're giving the house away. You're not going to tell me that it costs that much to fix. The house is not that bad. You're not going to tell me it costs that much to replace whatever you're saying. That does not make sense. I already had it listed for 290. You got me down to 212. That's $70,000 right there. You can sell that house again without putting all that repair work in it. I know that. You can sell it for a decent price, probably more than what we had. 290 is what we asked for. You got us down to 212, so we knew that was not the best offer, but at the time, that's all we could do. So you assured us that we would walk away with $100,000, and now you changed that. There's no way in the world we could do that. I'm not giving up a 200 and say this valued at 278. I'm not giving that up for 180,000. That does not make sense. We're 90,000 in the rear. Oh my God.
I completely understand, and I can actually explain how we're getting to that number. I'm not just making up a number on you. So yes, I do agree with you. The house, once everything is all fixed up, we believe that it's going to be worth about 260, 270 once it's all fixed up, and that's off the available comps that we have. Essentially, when we purchase the property, we're taking a hard money loan to get it purchased. So we're using a lender. It is asset based. We don't have to get an appraisal on it. We just have to make sure that we have it for the price that they can lend on it. We are going to end up paying a fee just to get the money. It's about 3% of the purchase price. So we're going to end up paying 3% on the 180, which is perfectly fine. We're gonna be bringing in a private money lender to pay the other 20% that the hard money cost won't pay, and also perfectly fine. 100% willing to do that. We're going to end up paying for the repairs. Perfectly fine. We're absolutely willing to do that. And then once we go to sell the property after we've done the repairs, we're going to have the holding costs because, like I told you earlier, it's going to take us about 6 months to sell it on market just because of how things are. And that's perfectly fine. We're adjusting accordingly. And we also are going to have to pay 6% to agents to get the property sold. So once it's all said and done, we're actually not making that much money. Like we're not hitting a home run here. We're not trying to make $1 million on you. I'm not retiring off of this by any means. At the end of the day, like this, we're just working backwards to get to the point where we can help you and still not lose a business when we're doing it. So that's how we're coming to that 180 number.
Um, well, I understand that. I understand what you just said. We
Yes,
can't.
ma'am.
I can't. There's no way in the world. I'm telling you. But in 180, God, like I said, a mortgage is 112. By the time I get you, it'll be 113 because they've added interest on it. And then that leaves us nothing. So if we were doing 180 and say I asked like 120, that's $60,000. What would you do with $60,000 to buy another place or to live? We can't even live rent for years with that amount of money. I, let me talk to my husband, and I have to call you back. This is so disappointing and frustrating. I don't know what to do. I'm about to lose my mind over this same thing. I cannot believe there's never. Oh my God. I'll call you back.
Okay, no worries.
I have to discuss this with my husband and see what he thinks.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'll talk to you soon. You let me know what y'all want to do.
All right. Thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Well, didn't get a go fuck yourself. Didn't get a no. So I'll keep you posted on part two.